Cliff Barron from Remax here with my weekly update for Milton and Georgetown and Glen Williams areas for the weeks of September 13th to the 19th, 2020. Before I get there, I'm going to give another tip. So last week I took my broker's license, my broker's exam, and I passed, which is good. So I've had people in the past asking me, what's the difference between a salesperson and a broker and an agent? Basically, an agent kind of encompasses both. Like when somebody says, "Oh, I'm a real estate agent," that means they're licensed to sell real estate. So they could be a broker, they could be a sales rep. Basically, the difference between a broker and a sales rep: to be a broker, you have to have at least 2 years experience as a sales rep and then pass an additional exam. And then once you are a broker, you have the capability of opening your own brokerage if you like, your own office, or you could be the broker of record in an office, which means you sign off on all the trades, and plus you actually supervise other agents. So there is another level once you hit salesperson. Broker means basically you're successful enough that you've been in the business for at least 2 years, because if you're not successful, you're not going to go through spending the extra money to get your broker's license for nothing. So the difference between a salesperson and a broker, for me, it's experience. That's really what it is. When somebody's a broker, they have more experience generally than a salesperson, but not always. I was a salesperson for 14 years, and sold dozens and hundreds of homes more than the average salesperson. But anyways, that's generally it means there's more experience behind the salesperson, the broker. Okay, anyways, getting to the sales for Georgetown, Glen Williams, and Milton. I'm going to start with Milton first. It's been a busy week again. 2019, 31 sales. 2020, 49 sales. Let's see, last week we had 41 sales, so we've upped the sales over last week in Milton. Things are still moving along pretty quick. The average detached, there's 26 sales of detached. The average was $1,018,000 and 8 days on the market. 8 semis sold, 828 on average, 6 days on the market, and 15 towns sold 5 days in the market for 777 on average. Milton's still rocking away. It's doing really well as far as sales go. If you have something to sell, now's the time to do it. And as far as condos go, it's been the same as last year. The volume is the same as last year, but it's been 9 days on the market. But the average sale was last week was 564, which is way up. But that includes condo towns. You have to keep that in mind, not just apartment buildings. And last year at this time, the average sale was 485,000 as opposed to 564 right now. But that's a little bit skewed because there was a few more towns that came in this week, condo townhouses as opposed to just the condo apartments. So, but you can see it's gone up by 10-12%. And the interesting fact is Milton's doing a lot better than downtown Toronto. Condos in downtown Toronto are sitting. People want to get out. They're leaving. They're going to the suburbs, and condos in the suburbs are doing well. Georgetown, Milton, they're all booming because everybody wants to leave the city. They feel safer, and they can do work from home. That's a big thing. They want more property. That's another big thing. So let's see the sales for Georgetown and Glen Williams, September 13th to 19th. There was no sales in Glen Williams this week, which is really weird, unusual. But sales this week, as opposed to last year, this time, 20 sales this week, 10 last year. So a lot busier than last year. And if you look at the sales compared to last week, there were 7 sales last week and 20 this week. The average detached sold for $1,038,000 in 10 days on the market. A little bit higher because there was a big one that sold in Stewarttown on Harrison Place, sold for about 1.4, and then there was a few big sales, some double oak home in Georgetown South that sold for about $1,007,000 or something like that. So that brought all the numbers up a bit, because last week the numbers were really low. It was 904, so that's why I noticed that. I thought, ooh, that's a big difference. So there was 3 semis that sold in town this week, 695 on average, 2 days on the market. And then 3 townhouses sold, 705 on average, 5 days on the market. So things are still good, still busy. Nothing to complain about. Only if you're a buyer, then it's not easy if you're a buyer. That's for sure. I might do a video on tips for buyers next week or the week after, but it's a tough one for sure. Anyways, any questions? Let me know. Cliff Barron from Remax again. Send me a DM, PM, email, or phone call. Always here to help. Thanks. Take care.